Hello and welcome to the art department. My name is Ms. Lee and I'm the subject leader of art and a teacher for A-level art. Today I'm going to go through subject information about Art A-Level, and here are some of the key topics that I'm going to go through. So the exam board we use is Edexcel, and there are two components. Component 1 is the coursework, and that's worth 60% of the qualification, and component 2, that's the exam, which is worth 40% of the qualification. And what that means is that you will be given a question or a theme within each of your projects where you're going to do some investigation and researching on a range of artists, things that's around us, to help inspire your ideas of what you want to make for your final piece. With that, there will be trips where you get to see a range of art galleries in London, as well as workshops run by artists, and it will be a good opportunity for you to get to know different artists running these workshops, as well as going on these trips to finding more interesting artworks that's on display in London. So how content is examined. So for the first year in year 12, you will go through an induction period where you're learning to see. And what that means is more of like observational drawing and applying a range of techniques and drawing skills and using a range of media and materials to do that. And after that, you will have a short project where you apply what you have learned from the induction period, and the theme will be on identity. And with identity, it will be looking into different artists that looks at portraiture or photographers or sculpture or painters and so forth. And then you've got your main project, and that will be the main part of your coursework, and you'll be looking to personal politics. And what that means, it could be something that you feel very passionate about and very personal about in things that's going on in our world today. So for example, things that might be going in the news, things that might be going on in our society, things that might be going on in relationships or an environment, and this is something you want to communicate in your artwork, and this will be your main project for it. For your essay, which will be written in a way that's university style, and you will need to write up 1,500 words to 3,000 words. And then for component 2, which is your exam, and that's worth 40% of your qualification, and you will start that later on in year 13. And it's again a similar process of researching and investigating that theme, and then experimenting, exploring your ideas and developing that, and then creating a final piece. For your final piece, you will get a 15-hour exam time, and that's usually split into 2 or 3 days. So what are we looking for in terms of entry requirement? You will need to have GCSE Art grade 6 or above, English grade 5 or above, and to bring in a portfolio so that we can have a look at your artwork and discuss on that together. So why choose art? So let's quote Catherine Opie, this famous artist. So creativity is critical thinking, and without it, how are you going to open up and ask harder questions? Art opens up those possibilities to think beyond what we already know. And I think that's such a good quote from Catherine Opie in order to talk about and discuss things that's going on and asking those questions to create this discussion. And with Art A-Level, we encourage that, and we encourage students to express themselves and be creative, and to help them build confidence as well as a sense of individual identity. So helping them to find their artistic style, their artistic way of how they want to communicate their artwork. You also want to help them develop the way they look at artworks and be able to form their own opinions in a way they can articulate themselves well and in a sophisticated kind of manner. Here are some of the things that our A-level students have been up to. They use a studio with different sort of lighting to do their shoot, and they would use a DSLR camera, which is something what professional photographers would use. They would also go out to do their shoots using different sort of props, angles to create an impactful and meaningful photos. They will also use a range of different media, from painting using acrylic to oil paint, watercolor, and other dry materials, and making kind of materials. So before I wrap up, I just want to quickly talk about the creative industry. I want us to have a look at this statement from the gov.uk website, and it shows that the creative industry is growing year on year, showing that there is growth and showing that there are more opportunities for students after university and so forth, to be able to step foot into the world of the creative industry. And there are so many roles, not just being an artist, but what kind of artist do you want to become? And here are some of the careers that I've listed. So it is important to take A-level art to prepare you for university, to allow you to make a portfolio from this course, which is something you can take with you for the rest of your career as well, which you can show in these industry as you enter into this world. So for example, the art director, an architect, a creative director, cinematographer, conceptual artist. Maybe you have an opportunity to exhibit all your artworks in a renowned gallery around the world. Maybe becoming a designer, whether that's fashion or product or interior or furniture, or whether you want to work with digital design, so animator, illustrator, or UX designer, VFX. Many different kind of creative routes that you can take, and I hope some of these things listed here is something that you might be interested in. Right, so just to wrap up, if you want to keep in the know of what we're up to in the art department, we are on Instagram at HABE_art department, and I hope to see you all soon, and thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.